ఓకే. యెస్టర్‌డే ఒకటి చెప్పడం మర్చిపోయాను. ఎప్పుడైనా న్యూ సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్‌గా
మధు
క్రియేట్ చేసామంటే కొన్ని
మధు ఒక టూ న్యూ మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారు. వాళ్ళకి ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తారు, అది అడుగు ఒకసారి. తెలుగు అర్థం అవుతలేదు.
ఎవరు?
అనూబ అని ఒక న్యూ మెంబర్ ఉన్నారు.
Anubha, are you from AP or from different state?
Yeah, I'm from West Bengal. I'm not comfortable with Telugu.
Okay, then I'll explain in both the languages. Okay, then if you joined today, then the topic which is covered yesterday, have you gone through that video or will you go through that video?
I just asked to join very, very late night. So yeah, I have not
Okay,
seen
then
all. But I'm working with
okay,
CRM.
fine. I'll complete this session and then there is the recording which happened yesterday and the first session how to create the environments.
Okay.
You just go through that environments. If you have any doubts, you just let me know. I can
She is
explain
having
it again.
experience in CRM tester. She is a tester.
Yeah. I'm aware of certain things, so we can continue.
Okay, then whatever the topic which is done, you can go through that and the rest of the topics we can cover from today onwards.
Okay.
And if you have any doubts on the previous sessions, you can ask me later.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm telling was, if we are creating the new security roles, we have to create by cloning the basic security role, because we require some basic privileges. Without that basic privileges, if you directly create the security role, it will throw an error while logging in. సో ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు బేసిక్ యూజర్ రోల్ని క్లోన్ చేసుకుంటూ ఇంకొక సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ని క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. డైరెక్ట్గా సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసామంటే లాగిన్ అయినప్పుడు కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తాయి అన్నమాట. సో basic so you just need to select the basic and you need to copy it. So what will happen is, whatever the privileges and access level which is having inside this role, everything will be copied accordingly. And then you have to customize the newly created security role. So just copy it and so what it will do is it will copy all the privileges whatever we have inside the basic role, that will come into the new role, and this role you need to customize according to your requirements. సో ఏదైనా రోల్ ఇప్పుడు న్యూగా క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు బేసిక్ అనే యూజర్ రోల్ ప్రతి ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్లో ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని క్లోన్ చేసుకుంటూ దాన్ని కాపీ చేసుకుంటూ ఒక న్యూ సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసి, ఇంకా రెస్ట్ ఏదైనా రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉంది అంటే దాంతో మనం కస్టమైజ్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. డైరెక్ట్గా న్యూ సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ న్యూ రోల్ పైన క్లిక్ ఇచ్చామంటే లాగిన్ అయినప్పుడు కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద వన్ విచ్ ఐ హావ్ మిస్డ్ అవుట్ yesterday. So that is fine, and today I'll explain the security roles and business unit, how it works for each channel. So I have created a one security role, training role. So this is the role which I created by cloning the basic role. So for this, I'll explain for the account table. By default, if you can see, every privilege which is with the user level access, that means he can do create, read, write, delete, append to, assign, share, everything in the user level. That means whatever which is related to his records, he can do actions for that. అంటే యూజర్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, క్రియేట్ కానీ రికార్డ్ క్రియేషన్ కానీ మనం ఏ రికార్డ్స్ చూడగలుగుతాం స్క్రీన్లో అనే దానికి రీడ్ పర్మిషన్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. రైట్ అంటే ఎడిట్, మనం ఏమైతే రికార్డ్స్ చూస్తున్నామో వాటిని ఎడిట్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేసేదాన్ని రైట్ పర్మిషన్స్ అంటాం. అది డిలీట్ చేయడానికి డిలీట్ పర్మిషన్. append to అనేది, there is a data type called lookup. So for that related, we will be using append to. When it comes to the data types, I'll explain these two. Right now, even if I tell, it won't be. And assign means the product which is relates to you. That means the ownership of that record is yours. then that particular thing, if you are completely giving to some other person, that means that product is not yours and you are selling that product to some others. So that particular privileges is called assign. Share is nothing but you have a product, even you can use that product, and you can give the permissions to someone else also. They also can use that. For that permissions, we will be using the share. So I'll explain each and every privilege now. So right now I'll just show create permission. So create permission, if I give a user level or parent and child, organization or business unit level, it doesn't matter. If he has any of this, he can create a record. If he has a none, he cannot create a record. So if it is a user level access, now it is user level access. So I'll shift to normal user. So you can see there is a new button because he has a user level access and he can create the record. Okay. And if I change the permissions from user level to parent and child business unit, still the user can create the record. As I said, user, parent and child, organization and business unit. Only for the create permission, any of these, if he contains, he can create the record. So now I have changed it to parent and child business. So still, if I refresh, I can create the record. So if I see the new button, so that I can create the record. So I'll again shift to admin login and I'll change from this to none. అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను none access ఇస్తున్నాను create చేయడానికి. So what it will happen if I create the none access means for this particular table, whoever contains this particular security role, they cannot create the record. So I'll just save. So now if I switch back to user and refresh, every time we need to refresh. Then only it will reflect. Let me check. He has a training role. And for the training role, create permissions we have disabled. So sometimes it will take some time to reflect. We can see now there is no new button on the top. So that means if the user contains a privilege of user level or business unit level or parent and child business unit or other, if any of these he contains, he can have the new button so that he can create the record. User key, user level access kani, parent and child business kani, organization kani, business unit kani, only for create. Any of these he contains, that person will create the record. If it is none, he cannot create the record. So right now we given a for create permission, we given none. So that is the reason this particular user KK is not able to create the record. There is no plus button, right? There is no new button. So that means he cannot create the record. So does everyone understood this particular privilege, how it works? create for the create privilege, what are the access levels, how it works. Does anyone have any doubt on this one? Only for this privilege. I'll explain everything now. If you have any doubts, you just raise your hand. Okay, I'll again switch back to user level, or let it keep it to none. So that is about the create. Now read permission. Read permission is nothing but which records you can access. You can see those records. For that particular of details, we will be using the read privilege. So if I right now it is in the user level access. That means any user who can see the records only with the name of theirs. ఏ యూజర్ అయితే లాగిన్ అయి ఉంటారో అతని నేమ్తో ఉండే రికార్డ్స్ మాత్రమే అతను చూడగలుగుతాడు యూజర్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్ ఉంటే. సో ఇప్పుడు కేకే అనే యూజర్ ఉన్నాడు. కేకే అనే యూజర్ ఈ రికార్డ్స్ అకౌంట్ 1 2 3 4 ఈ రికార్డ్స్ మాత్రమే చూడగలుగుతున్నాడు. ఎందుకు అంటే ఈ రికార్డ్స్ అతనికి చెందినవి. So you can see the owner of the record belongs to KK. So all these records, if you can open, it will be on the name of KK. So that's why right now it is in the user level access. They can see only the records which is under their name. That is who created. For that, they can only see that records. If I log into another user 2, this is Arun. He can see account 5 6 7 8, and these records are with the name of Arun. So that means how the user level access works is the ownership of the record will be under the login of current logged in user. Only they can see their own records. So if I switch to admin login again, and if you can see Arun and KK are in two different business units. This is Chaitanya Kadapa and this is Chaitanya Kadapa 1. That means two different business units. These two people are. So right now it's in the user level access. So now what we will do, we will change to business unit level access. So what business unit level access will do means if the record owner and whoever is seeing, both the users are under the same business units, they can see their two records. For example, given right now we change it to business unit level access, and both the users are two different. So still they cannot see each other. KK can see only KK records, Arun can see only Arun records. But if we switch from any of the user to, that means if we keep both the users into one login, that means one business unit, then they can see all the records. So right now I'm not changing. I'll show you the difference. So we make the read level access to business unit level access, and still the users are in two different business units. So what will happen is they cannot see other records. Only they can see still their own records, because the users are still in the different business units, not in the same business unit. So KK is now able to see only his records, and Arun is still can see only his records, because we given a business unit level read access, but they are in two different business units. That means two different sectors they are in. So that is the reason they cannot see other records. So now what I will do, I'll just keep the permission same business unit level access, and I'll switch these people's business unit. That means I'll keep these two people into a same business unit. So I'll change Arun's business unit to the business unit which has the KK. So which is Chaitanya Kadpa. Again, what will happen if we change the business unit? Does anyone answer this question? I have told this many times yesterday. బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ చేంజ్ చేస్తే సెక్యూరిటీ
రోల్స్
రోల్స్ ఏమవుతాయి?
బేసిక్ రోల్ ఏదైతే ఇచ్చానో అవి క్లియర్ అవుతాయి, మళ్ళీ ఇవ్వాలి, అంతే కదా?
Yes. Whatever the roles the user contains, everything will be cleared. ఏమైతే రోల్స్ ప్రీవియస్గా రోల్స్ ఉంటాయో ఆ రోల్స్ అన్ని రిమూవ్ అయిపోతాయి బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ చేంజ్ చేస్తే.
Can you
If I
repeat what you
refresh,
said?
so if we change the business unit for any person, the security roles, whatever he contains previously, will be cleared off. That is the standard behavior. So
Okay.
again, we have to reassign the security roles for that person.
Oh, okay.
So if you can see Arun, before he is in Chaitanya Kadapa 1.
Okay.
Right now I have changed the business unit, and if you can see security roles, it will be blank.
All right. Understood.
See, I think before it is training role. So right now it's empty. You don't have any role which is assigned. So whenever there is a change in business unit, the roles will get freezed. That means the roles will get removed. Again, we have to reassign the security roles.
Understood.
So if the Arun can log in now, what will happen? It will show the error that you don't have the required permissions. You can see before he is able to log in, now he is not able to log in because he don't have a security role. If the user needs to log in, he requires at least minimum one security role. It might be any role. So you can see it is throwing an error. User this doesn't contains whatever. If you can go through here, it will show he don't have any read access, whatever access. So any user who needs to log into the application requires at least one security role. So now again we will reassign the security role, the training role which we are using, and save. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం అగైన్ అరుణ్కి ఒక సెక్యూరిటీ రోల్ ఇచ్చాం. సో నౌ హీ క్యాన్ అగైన్ లాగిన్. Now he can log in. And if you can see the difference for before and now, before changing the business unit and after changing the business unit, before he can see only his records. I'll just add the one more field here. Forgot about the action, what I am doing. I'll explain this later when it comes to the topic. So I'm just adding one field here. If you can see, current logged in is Arun. But along with the Arun's records, we can able to see the records with the name of even KK. So what is happening here is we have given business unit level access here for the read permissions. For the read privilege, we have given the business unit level access. That means whoever is in the same business unit, they can access each and everyone's records within that particular business unit. అంటే సేమ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉండే ఏ యూజర్ రికార్డ్స్ అయినా ఏ యూజర్ అయినా యాక్సెస్ చేయగలుగుతాడు. దాన్ని బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్ అంటాం. సో మనం ఇచ్చింది అరుణ్ అండ్ కేకేఆర్ రైట్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్. సో అరుణ్ కెన్ సీ హిస్ రికార్డ్స్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ కేకే రికార్డ్స్, and KK can see his records as well as Arun records. So if I switch to KK login, before he can see only 4 records. Now if I refresh, he can see all records. So this is how the business unit level access works. Has everyone understood this particular topic of business unit level access, how it works? Any doubt on this one? If you have any doubt, I'll explain, because this is the topic which everyone needs to know. Okay. So once again, business unit level access is nothing but the people who are in the same business unit, they can access all the records of the people who are in that particular business unit. So that's about the business unit level access. So again, I'll switch back to admin and I'll change the permissions to parent and child business unit access. So again, if I make it to parent and child business unit access, so what it will do? So I told when we are creating the business units, we have a parent business unit, we have a child business unit. So if we go here, business units, so every business unit will contain a parent business unit. So with this topic, that parent and child business unit level access will go. So if you can see, for this branch, there is no parent business because this is the main branch. And for this business unit, parent is this business unit. For Chaitanya Kadapa business unit, Chaitanya main branch is the parent. And for this business unit, Chaitanya Kadapa is the child business unit. Right? For if this is the parent for this, and this will be the child for this, right? So that is the parent and child. If for Chaitanya Kadapa 1, this is the parent. That means this is the child of this, and this is the child of this. Is that clear? So if I open this, we can configure which is parent, like that. All these things we can configure, right? This is the parent. You can change it at any time based on the requirement. But right now I'm explaining in the privileges, in the access levels, we have parent and child business unit access. So for that, you just need to know this topic so that you will understand the main logic. So this is the parent of this, and this is the parent of this. This is the child of this, and this is the child of this. So now how the parent and child business works. So let's consider KK is in Chaitanya Kadapa and Arun is in Chaitanya Kadapa 1. So what it will do was, if we give the parent and child business unit, whoever the user is in the parent business unit, he can access the records from the child business unit also. But whoever is in the child, he cannot access the records of parent. So I'll show now. For that, I just need to shift the business units for the users again. KK is in the child Chaitanya Kadapa, and Arun we will change to other business unit Kadapa 1. So again, on change of the business unit, security roles will freeze. We need to again set the security rules. So KK is in the Chaitanya Kadapa and Arun is in Chaitanya Kadapa 1. Is in Kadapa 1. So that means KK is in the Kadapa 1, which is the parent. Arun is in the Kadapa 1, which is the child. So I have given the read permissions of parent and child business unit. So based on the explanation, what it should do was, KK who is in this business unit, who can see the records of Arun also, but Arun is in child business unit, who can see only his records but not the parent records. So if I log into KK, if I refresh, still he can see all the records, which is even Arun's, even KK's. But if I switch back to Arun's login, if I refresh, now he can see only his records. He cannot see the other records. See, right now he is able to see only his records, and the rest of the records he is not able to see. The reason behind is we have given a permission as parent and child business unit. That means whoever is in the parent business, they can see the child records also. But whoever is in the child business unit, they cannot see the parent. That means అంటే పైన ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కింద వాళ్ళని చూడొచ్చు, కింద ఉన్న వాళ్ళని పై వాళ్ళవి చూడలేరు. ఆ లాజిక్తో పేరెంట్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ వర్క్ అవుతుంది. Does anyone have any doubt on this one, this particular topic of parent and child business unit access? If not, I'll explain again. So business unit will works like if both the persons are in same business unit, they can see each and every records. అంటే ఇద్దరు సేమ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒకరి రికార్డ్స్ ఒకరు చూసుకోగలుగుతారు. అది బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్. పేరెంట్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యాక్సెస్ అంటే పేరెంట్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ రికార్డ్స్ని కూడా చూడగలుగుతారు, కానీ చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉన్నవారు పేరెంట్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ యొక్క రికార్డ్స్ చూడలేరు. That means the user who is in the parent business unit can access the child business unit records. The user who is in child business unit cannot access the records of the parent business unit. So with that, it will be works the parent and child business unit. Does anyone have any doubt on these two topics, parent and child business unit and business unit? Okay, then I'll switch back to organization level. Organization level access is nothing but there is nothing to do with the business unit here. It's like an entire organization, wherever it is, any business unit, they can access the records. This is like a highest permission. There won't be any restrictions. He can see any record from any place. So if I give the organization level access, and if I switch to user 2, right now he is only able to access these records. On refresh, he can see every record. So organization level access is nothing but there is no restriction. He can see any record from any business unit. So that is about the organization level access. So in overall, user level is nothing but wherever the user is, whether whatever the business unit is, he can see only his records. Parent and child business unit is nothing but whoever is in the parent business unit, they can see the records of child business unit also, but whoever is in the child, they cannot see the parent business unit records. Organization is nothing but there is no restriction. He can see any record from any place. This is the highest privilege in the access levels. Business unit is nothing but whoever is in the same business unit, they can see each and everyone's record. That means in that particular business unit, whoever contains those records, they can be accessed. None is nothing but they cannot see anything. So యూజర్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్ అంటే ఎవరైతే క్రియేట్ చేసి ఉంటారో వాళ్ళ రికార్డ్స్ వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే చూసుకోగలుగుతారు. పేరెంట్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ అంటే పేరెంట్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఎవరు ఉంటారో ఆ రికార్డ్స్ని యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళ రికార్డ్స్ని కూడా చూడగలుగుతారు. అదేవిధంగా చైల్డ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ రికార్డ్స్ మాత్రమే చూడగలుగుతారు. పేరెంట్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో వాళ్ళ రికార్డ్స్ చూడలేరు. ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అంటే ఫుల్ ఎంటైర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్లో ఏ రికార్డ్ ఎక్కడున్నా కానీ చూడవచ్చు. బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ లెవెల్ యాక్సెస్ అంటే సేమ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్లో ఉన్న మల్టిపుల్ యూజర్స్ రికార్డ్స్ని ప్రతి రికార్డ్ని మనం చూడవచ్చు. సేమ్ బిజినెస్ విత్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్. యూ కెనాట్ టచ్ ద అదర్ బిజినెస్ యూనిట్ రికార్డ్స్. నన్ అంటే యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ యాక్సెస్ టు ఎనీథింగ్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద read permission, read privilege with multiple permissions, multiple access levels. So if anyone have any doubt on the read with the multiple things, multiple access levels, I'll explain. Not, I'll move further to the write permission, write privilege. So until now, we just gone through the read. Read is nothing but read is nothing but which is used only to see the records. To see the records on what level, we will be using the read privilege. So next, write privilege. Write privilege is nothing but edit permissions. Whatever you are seeing the records, on what level you can edit. Again, it's same. User level is nothing but you can edit your own records. See, right now I have an organization level access. I can see every record. But if I given a user level write permission, that means I only can see all records, but I can edit only my records. So I'll just show right now it's in user level and read permission as organization. That means I can see any record from the organization, but I can edit only the records which is in my name. So if I log into user one, so I can see all the records, but I can edit only the records which is in my name. So current login is KK and the owner of the record is KK. That's why he can edit this record. But there are other records which belongs to Arun. He cannot edit those records. Only he can see those records. Okay, if you can see read only, you cannot have access to edit this record because the login is KK, but the owner of the record is Arun. So even though you have a read permission of organization level, that means you can see any record, but edit permission is only up to user level access. That means you can only edit the records only with your name. మీ నేమ్తో ఉన్న మీ రికార్డ్స్ మాత్రమే మీరు ఎడిట్ చేయగలుగుతారు. ఈవెన్ దో మీరు అన్ని రికార్డ్స్ చూడగలిగిన మీ నేమ్తో ఉన్న రికార్డ్స్ మాత్రమే ఎడిట్ చేయగలుగుతారు. దాన్ని యూజర్ లెవెల్ పర్మిషన్స్ అంటాం. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ చేంజ్ టు బిజినెస్ యూనిట్, సో కెన్ ఎనీవన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇఫ్ ద టాపిక్స్ అండర్స్టూడ్ హౌ ఇట్ వర్క్స్ నౌ? విచ్ రికార్డ్స్ ద పీపుల్ కెన్ ఎడిట్ రైట్ నౌ? ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలుగుతారా? He can have organization level access. He can see any record, but which records he can edit?
Only the records in business unit can edit.
So only the records, the people who are in the same business unit,
Yes.
only those can be editable. So if you can see here, still these two people are in the different business unit. So even though if I given a business unit level access, so can they edit or not? So
No,
KK is in different business unit.
No, he cannot
Arun
edit
is in
that.
different business unit. He cannot edit that. I'll just show that. Even the business unit level access, he cannot edit this record because Arun is in different business unit, KK is in different business unit, but we have given the business unit level access. If it says still you don't have access to edit this record. But if I switch the users to the same business unit, so if I switch Arun to the same business unit of KK,
So here again you have to give the security rules, right?
security rules
No.
for KK. For Arun,
No
we
need.
have changed the business unit. So we have to change every time whenever there is a business unit change, we have to assign the security rules. So right now I have changed the business unit for KK and both the users are in same business unit. Now tell whether they can edit the records of other people or not. Can someone tell? I have given the access as business unit level access. And both the users are in same business unit. Now the people can edit the other records or not.
Yeah, you can edit it.
Yes, they can edit because they both are right now in the same business unit. So they can edit the records. So if I switch to again, see right now it is don't have permission. On refresh, I can edit. Okay, if you can see the message was gone and I can edit anything. Okay, so this point is clear how the business unit level write access works along with the read permissions. So everything will be combination of read permission. Read and write is one combination, read and delete is one permission, read and assign, read and share. Because you can do all these actions only if you have the read permission. If you don't have a read permission, you cannot do any of these things, right? If you give the non-permission, that means you don't have any access. You cannot see any record. Even though if you don't have any record access, if I give the organization level write permission, will that work? Because నువ్వు రికార్డ్ని చూడలేకపోతున్నావు, ఇంకా రికార్డ్ని ఎడిట్ ఎలా చేయగలుగుతావు? సో every privilege should require a read permission. That means every privilege is dependent on the read permission, read privilege. If you have a read privilege, then only you can do any of these actions. If you cannot see any of the record, then you cannot do any of these actions, right? So that's why all these privileges are dependent on the read permissions. So even though if I put this organization level and write permission, that means edit permission, if I give parent and child, that means business unit we have seen just now, and right now it is parent and child business unit now. So even though I can see all the records, but what records I can edit? That means again same logic. Whoever is in the parent business unit, they can edit their records as well as child records. But whoever is in the child business unit, they only can edit their records, but not the parent business unit records. Okay, let's save this. Again, for this parent and child, so right now these two people are in same business unit, so they can edit the records without any question. They can edit their records. But if I change the business unit of this person again, so now Arun and KK are in two different business unit, which is parent and child. So two different business units, and KK is in the parent business unit and Arun is in the child business unit. And I have given a permission as parent and child business unit access. Now, can Arun edit the records of KK? Arun KK records ni edit చేయగలుగుతాడా చేయలేడా? Arun is in child business unit, KK is in parent business unit.
No,
Can
no.
Arun? Yeah. Tell.
Arun cannot make the change of record. because he is a child.
Okay. Can KK do the changes for
Yes.
Arun's record?
Yes, you're right.
So that's how parent and child business works. So I'll show now. Let's log in with KK. KK. So still the owner is Arun and login is KK. He can edit. But if I log into Arun, he can see all the records, but he can edit only the records which is in his business unit. So if I open this record, so this record is login is Arun, owner is Arun. So he can edit his record. But if he opens a KK record, he cannot edit because KK is in the parent business unit. But the read permission we have given organization level, that's why he is able to see the record, but he cannot edit the record. You can see read only. You don't have permissions. You don't have access to edit this record. Owner is KK, login is Arun. That means KK is in parent business unit, Arun is in child business unit. That means he only can edit the records which is in his business unit. But the parent business unit records he cannot edit. He can see nothing to edit. So that's how parent and child business unit edit works. So does that topic clear? Okay. And now if I give organization level access, as I told, organization level access nothing but he can do anything. He don't have restriction. Whatever he can see the records, he can edit those records. Okay, right now I'm giving the organization level. So that means there is no restriction for the edit level. Whatever he can see, whatever he can see the records, all those records he can edit. Okay, right now I have updated. So if I log into user 2, before he was not able to edit, and now he can able to edit the KK record, even Arun, because we have given the organization level edit access. So that's how user level access, parent and child business, organization, business unit level. None means he cannot edit anything. Okay, that's about write permissions. Next, delete. Same, whatever we did the for write permission, even for delete, same. So now you guys tell for the delete, even though he can have read permissions for every record, which records they can delete with the user level access. Now you guys tell, because it is same as write, no difference. Here it is edit, here it is delete. You guys understood? Just tell me. He can see all the records because he has the organization level read access, but the delete permission we have user level access. So that means which records he can delete.
He can
He can
delete his
read off
own records.
own record.
Yes, he can delete his own records. If I switch back to business unit, now which records he can delete?
Whatever the records in business,
Unit level.
not
So
only
the logged in user, whoever is in the same business unit, those records he can delete. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll show this level again. So right now we are giving the delete as business unit level. And see, both users are in different business unit. So let's now tell, can KK delete Arun's records or not?
No,
No.
it is business
Yes.
use is different.
Business unit is different and we have given a business unit level access. So that's why KK cannot delete Arun's record and Arun cannot delete KK records. Let's see that. So now KK logged in and this record is Arun. Let's refresh. See, he didn't get the delete button on the top. But if he logins his records, he can delete. He has a delete button. But now what I'll do, I'll just shift the business unit of the users. So now tell whether Arun can delete the KK records or not. Arun KK records ni delete చేయగలుగుతాడా చేయలేడా?
Uh,
It's
I-
parent child for delete,
No.
right?
No, we have given a business unit level for delete and both are in same business unit.
Arun is in child.
then
So
Okay, then you
no,
can
no,
delete.
no.
no,
It is
just
a
now we have
business unit.
changed.
Both
Okay,
are
then
in
we-
same.
See,
He can delete.
see, I'll tell again. Delete permission, I have given a business unit level access. And both users are in same business unit. So
Yes.
now, can Arun delete the Arun KK can delete the Arun records or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
Arun delete the KK records or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, because we given the business unit level delete permission and both are in the same business unit. So let's see that now. So user one, which is KK, by default he can delete his records. And if he opens Arun's record, even now he can delete Arun's record also because both are in same business unit. Before he don't have delete permission, now he has because we given the delete permission for business unit level access. That's correct. And now just I'll give the permission as parent and child business unit. And I'll switch the business units again. So before switching, right now I have given a parent and child business unit access. Now can KK can delete Arun records or not?
Yeah, he can because
Right
both
now,
are in
No.
main
yes,
parent only.
yes. So if I change now the business unit, so now we have given a privilege accessible as parent and child business unit. So can KK delete Arun's record or not?
No.
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 Yeah, he's a child.
Yes,
KK is a child.
because he is in child. And can Arun delete the KK records?
Yes.
Yes.
So if I log into user one, so this is Arun's and this is login is KK. So Arun can delete KK's, but KK cannot delete Arun's record. Arun cannot delete KK record. If I refresh, the delete button won't be available. Security role was not given. KK cannot delete the Arun's records. So this is Arun record, login is KK, and he don't have a delete button. So that's how it works. And now if I give the organization level delete, that means there is no restriction. He can delete any record, whatever he can see. So that's how it works. So that is about the read, write, and delete. Append and append to, I cannot explain right now because it dependent on there is one data type called lookup. So once the data type comes, at that time I'll explain the append and append to. So if we keep these two aside, now we have a assign and share. So let's see assign. Assign means we are giving the total, it's like a selling of our product to some different person. The ownership is not ours, let's say our bike or whatever. Right now it is ours and we have sell this to someone else, so the bike is not ours. That means ownership of the bike was given to someone else. So like the same way, ownership of the record is giving to someone else. That is called the assign. Share is nothing but the bike is ours, but for some reasons we are giving that person for some days just to use it. Still bike is ours. We are just giving that bike to someone else just for the usage. That is the share. So let's see the assign. So assign of user level access means he cannot assign these records to anyone because the record is still actual user level access is nothing but he can do himself. Right now the record is in his name only. Again, there is no need of assigning to himself. So if it is a user level access, he cannot assign this to any other person. So if I log into user one, so this record right now login is KK and owner is Arun. So there is no assign button. And if I open his records, that is KK records, so you can see assign. You see Arun name is his record. Let's see. Done. The privileges is not updated. So ideally, this should not happen. Might be trail or some issue. So what ideally should happen is, so if it is business unit level access, he can only assign his records to the people whoever is in the same business unit. Like the same way, whatever we have seen here, is assigning to everyone in entire organization. So this is not actually working in the trial might be. So how it is he can assign the record. If you can see, while assigning, the ownership of the record is getting changed to someone else. Right now he is KK. If he opens his record, if I open record, okay. So now how it will works is he can assign his records to anyone, but other records he cannot assign to anyone. He can only assign the records which is in the same business units to anyone. So right now we have given assign permissions as a business unit level access, but both the users are in different business unit. So Arun can assign his records to anyone and KK can assign his records to anyone, but Arun cannot assign KK records to anyone or KK cannot assign Arun's records to anyone. That means if both are in the same business unit, then they can assign each and these two people records to anyone else. So right now we have given a permission as business unit level assign, and these two people are in different business unit. So if user one, which is KK, logs in, but owner is Arun, that means he don't have a assign or share permission, assign permission. That means KK cannot assign Arun's records, but KK can assign KK records to anyone else. So this is KK record, login is KK, and this record can be assigned to anyone else. So if I can see assign, so right now if you see owner is KK. So on assign, what will happen? The ownership of the record will change to whoever we are assigning. Or instead of this, I'll take. So if you can see here, owner changed to Madhu. That means the ownership of the record we are giving to someone else totally. That is the assign permission. So again, if you can see right now, before assigning, we have the assign button. Right now, we don't have assign button. That means assign is nothing but we are assigning the record whose records we can assign. That particular privilege will be here. The people who are in the same business unit, those persons' records can be assigned to anyone. So right now, if you can see, Arun cannot able to assign KK's records because of two different business units. If we switch these two people to the same business unit, then both can assign both records. Just for 5 to 10 minutes, session will be done. Okay. So this is KK. If KK logs in, before KK is not able to assign Arun's record. But right now, even he is able to assign Arun's records also. The reason behind, these two people are in the same business unit, and we have given a business unit level assign permissions. Okay. In the same way, like parent and child business unit. Now, if I switch these two different business unit, now can Arun can assign the KK records to someone else or not? Right now we have given a parent and child business unit assign permission. So now can Arun can assign KK records to anyone or not?
Yeah, he can assign.
Yes, he can assign because Arun is in the
Yeah.
parent business unit, KK is in the child. So Arun can assign KK's records to anyone else, but KK cannot assign Arun's records to anyone else. Let's see that. Let's log in with Arun. So this is Arun. Arun can assign KK. So if you can see, this is not KK record, this is mother record. So he won't get the assign permission. He can only assign right now Arun's KK's records. So if I go to KK record, KK record. So right now Arun logs in and this record is with KK. So he can assign this records to anyone else. But if KK logs in, this is the KK login. Role is not this. So now KK logged in. This is Arun's record. He cannot do because KK is in the child business unit and Arun is in the parent business unit, so he won't get the assign permission. But if he opens his own records, KK records, now he will get the assign permission. So that's how it works. Assign is nothing but giving the ownership of the record. That means totally we are giving our record to someone else. So this is about the assign permission. Does anyone have any doubt on the assign permission? Assign privilege. So if not, then the final topic is share. Share is nothing but for some time we are giving our record access to other people. So for that, what we will do, just read permission, we will give it to user level access for now to see the difference. Okay, so what will happen right now, we given the read permission, that means whoever logs in, they can see only their own records, right? So user level, if I refresh now with KK, he has only 2 records. And with Arun, he has this many records. So account 1. So if I am giving the share, So share will, as an user level, he cannot do for anyone. Let's make it to the business unit so that it can be within the business unit level people records he can share. So both are in the different business unit. Okay. Right now both are in same business unit. We given the read permission as user level. That means they can see their own records, but share permission is within the business unit. పోదాంలే. Okay. I don't know, somehow share permission is not coming. I'll explain might be tomorrow first session with this share permission. But till now, is it understood all the things? Read, write, delete, assign with all the access levels.
Yeah,
Does
Madhu.
any doubts on this? Please work on these things because once you put your hand, this will be very easy. Create multiple users and try to do it. Okay. Let me know if anyone have any doubts on this topic. Okay.
Yeah, Hanuba, are you comfortable with this session?
Yeah, I just want to once I want to talk to Madhu and you after everyone
Yeah, we
drops.
can talk it now, no problem. Rest of the people
It's
can drop
okay,
off.
we can
We don't have
connect.
any problems.
So I'll see everyone's environments tomorrow. Everyone, please create some records and work on these security roles and business units.
Okay, Madhu. Yeah.
Okay. Then thank you all. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, Madhu. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can stop the recording also.